All right, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we were taking a plea to being drunk and disorderly. You were pretty drunk. Do you even remember this?
Um, I remember falling out of the car and my mother was there and she informed me that I tried to walk and run and immediately fell and hit my face. I don't remember that.
Do you remember being at Sturgis Hospital?
Uh, there were points that I remember, like uh, when this machine had fallen over. It was kind of like an oh crap moment,
What were you drinking?
um, liquor.
Yeah, that would do it to get that high. Although I've had people get that high drinking beer, but that's like 25 beers. What kind of liquor were you drinking?
Whiskey,
What kind?
R&R.
Did you mix it with something?
Um, sometimes,
You just drink it out of the bottle?
sometimes.
Well, last time, Judge Pattison gave you 90 days in jail. He had one earlier this year. He gave you 4 days. Last time, he gave you 90 days. It goes without saying you have a terrible alcohol problem. It started when you were a kid. We had a couple of MIPs and open intox and that sort of thing before you even turned 21. Now, the police are dealing with them on a daily basis for being drunk in the street. In the 90-day case, he does still owe a little bit of money, but he probably doesn't even know it. Judge Pattison just gave him 90 days in jail. So, Mr. Gibson, what do you,
Your Honor, may I just briefly indicate that the defendant just recently graduated from Sacred Heart. He was at the rehab there for, I think, approximately 3 weeks. And he has a doctor that has written a note today that says, with the mental health disorders Mr. Hefner is working on, it is my opinion that rehab would target Mr. Hefner for, the doctor's recommending that his treatment providers are recommending that he go to another rehab that is a 4-month program, or I think a 5-month program at, where is it at?
It's in Grand Rapids.
It's in Grand Rapids, and they want him to start that program this week, I believe. They want him, in a sense, to go from the Sacred Heart and then go immediately into this program. And he does have, someone is here that is one of his treatment providers that would like to speak with the court if the court would be willing to.
yeah, I'd be willing to hear it. His parents are here and a treatment. Why don't you come up to the podium? Rhonda, is your client here?
She is, and I'm negotiating with Angelique right now about a resolution of that case.
Okay,
She had a driving permit, but she can't find a copy of it, and it expired. It's moved over here.
all right.
I'll be back to update you.
Good morning. Would you state your name?
Lauren Frank.
And you work for Pivotal and you're our liaison at the jail?
Correct.
And you've been doing great service for us. And I thank you for it. I sent a little note to your boss telling him what a good job you were doing.
Thank you.
What do you know about this case?
I encountered this client, his first stay in jail and then his second stay at the 90 days. At 90 days, he voluntarily engaged in treatment with me. We had set a plan, one that resulted in us coming back to jail, but since then he is taking my treatment recommendations very seriously. It was my recommendation that he engage in this 4-month intensive inpatient treatment following his rehab. He has not tried to deviate from that plan. He has not tried to exit that plan in any way. He's been very agreeable and realizes that we are in a state that he has a problem. I encountered him the night of his arrest. He was remorseful and said it was an accident repeatedly, even drunk, and then again while sober. We talked through what needs to happen in order for him to recover and gain sobriety. And he's been very agreeable to that.
Well, that's good to hear, because you're gonna die if you keep doing this. Mr. O'Bear, do you have a thought here?
No, if that program is what's best for him, I support him doing that, so maybe we don't have further criminal contact.
Well, yeah, we keep giving him 90 days in jail and he gets out and then here we go again. So I'm all in favor of this. This is hard to do. A, these programs are expensive, and B, there's waiting lists to get in. And Miss Frank's been working magic to get people eligible and into these programs. So you look good today. Your parents are here. You got a tie on. You look clean cut. When did you have your last drink?
The 10th or the 12th, sorry.
When this
October.
deal went down?
Yes.
How'd you happen to see him the night of his arrest?
Sturgis police called me and asked me to come to the hospital. The moment I got there, they were leaving to bring him back to the jail. So I met them at the jail.
I didn't know you provided 24-hour service,
I
but
attempt to
maybe you didn't
when I
yet.
can.
All right, let's see. How long were you in jail before you bonded out?
3 days.
I went in on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then was
You
released.
got out on the 15th. All right, I'm gonna order 12-month probation, 90 days jail credit 5, leaving 85 days to serve. Of the 90 days order, 85 are deferred. I'm gonna hang the jail over your head. Fine is 0. $75 crime victims' rights, a $50 state minimum fee, $150 attorney fee, and $480 probation oversight fee. We'll reserve on rest. Do we have a figure for restitution?
No.
We'll reserve on that. Let's add that up. Mr. Hapner, what kind of jobs have you done?
I've done construction, mainly. Construction.
Are you on other medications
I am,
and you're taking them all as prescribed?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, I would like to see you get back on track too. This is a dead end street. All right, as a condition of your probation, no drugs and no alcohol, substance abuse counseling and treatment as directed. Follow instructions from Pivotal when you sign a release. We'll try this. Miss Frank, I really greatly appreciate your service. As I said, we can just keep giving people 90-day jail sentences. Don't solve anything. Although the relapse rate from treatment is also very high, but I think at least we should try it.
Okay, do I have your permission to share your diagnosis? Judge, may I say one more thing?
Yes.
During his 90 days, when he was with me and I could provide the once a week treatment, I did discover something that had been missed in his previous course of treatment. He's given me permission to share. Caleb has OCD, and that's been a driving force for him. And so now that we are treating both conditions and I have made it protocol to do so wherever he goes. We are now seeing the results of that. I know we are in early stages of recovery, but that makes a big difference. So I'm hopeful that this round of treatment and taking that diagnosis into consideration, he is then getting the appropriate course of treatment.
Very good. You don't need to keep coming seeing me, but this started out, and when you have a predisposition to alcoholism or there is a substance abuse disorder, it starts out with a couple of MIPs and a drunk and disorderly, and then all of a sudden here we are in our adult years, and it has an unhappy ending. Let's take this form right here downstairs to the probation department. It's a condition of your probation, you not drink any alcohol or use any controlled substances, including marijuana, not to get in any other criminal trouble. And you're to comply with all the directives of Pivotal, which includes going into a residential treatment program, an intensive inpatient. I think that's a star. This is a problem you're not able to beat. And it gets to the point where almost it's fatal. Certainly, if you fall asleep in the bushes in December, they're going to find you in the morning frozen. That's not an outcome anybody wants. All right, Mr. Elkins, you go downstairs. Ms. Franks, nice to see you in person. Thanks again
Thank
for
you.
all the work you're doing for us. All right, good luck, sir. All right, you're done, Josh. I've got one case left with Angelique, but we'll wait for them.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thanks for your help today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good luck, sir. All right, I have one matter which is set at an unusual time. It's a final pretrial with Kiana Hope. And because Miss Ives is so hard to schedule, I stuck it in here. So let's go back. I hope good things for Mr. Hapner. I think 4 months of inpatient would be a good start. There's no rhyme or reason to how they're in here. They're not alphabetical. They're not by case number. They're just in there. So let's take a look. The complaint in this case alleges that on or about October 25th, in the village of Constantine, that you assaulted, resist, obstruct, or oppose David Loza of Centerville, Constantine Police Department, and a domestic assault upon Zachary Stephen Woods, resident or former resident of your household. Mr. Bear, is there a plea offer here?
There's an offer of attempt R&O and assault and battery. Our office would have no objection to a high-BAC probation.
Do you agree, Ms. Strong?
Yes, Your Honor, that's my understanding of the offer.
All right, attempting to resist or obstruct a police officer is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Assault and battery is different than domestic assault in that it takes the domestic relationship out of it. If you lived in the same house, it doesn't carry a firearm restriction, but it is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Do you understand the plea agreement?
Yeah,
Other than that, did anyone threaten you
no,
or promise you anything?
no,
All right, so this happened near the Harvey house. Had you been drinking at the Harvey house?
nope,
You just happened to be there?
yeah,
You live in Constantine?
yep,
How old are you?
21.
Who is Zachary Woods to you?
That is my brother.
All right. And what were you guys fighting about?
He was saying something about my mom.
And what were you drinking?
At the time, just I had one Modelo with me.
One Modelo?
Yeah.
They say you were good and drunk. What had you been drinking?
I had beforehand. I had half a pint of Crown Apple.
I can't tell from looking at this what time of day it was.
It was evening.
All right, so he punched his brother. Upon contacting Mishka, he was yelling and uncooperative. I gave him commands to come to me. He was told to put his hands behind his back. Attempted to pull away. They'd lived together. He was taken to the ground, so a bit of a scuffle with the cops. What do you do, sir?
I work at Peak Plastics. They're in Constantine.
What's it called?
Peak Plastics, LLC.
How long you been there?
I say maybe a month or a little under a month.
Do you and your brother don't still live together?
No.
All right. Casey, I can't fit this into that day.
Judge, I think you read off about a RNO, but I don't know that he's under any type of admission or agreed.
All right, well, yeah, all right, fair enough. Did you struggle with the police? They told you to come over here and they had to kind of take you to the ground to put the cuffs on?
Not when they were putting cuffs on, no. But yes, I was up on the deck and they told me to come down and I didn't. And then the police officer came up, got me, put me in cuffs, took me down, and then we was walking to the car and he threw me to the ground when I was jerking.
Okay. I don't have a PVT or anything here. Are you on probation or parole?
No.
All right, I don't know about HYTA. His cavalier attitude right now not making me think he's a great candidate for probation, but we'll see. Let's find a place to put this. Well, I would put it on Wednesday, the 10th, but I have a jury trial set there, and I think that might actually be a jury trial, perhaps our first one of the year. Are you available on Wednesday, December 17th at 10:30?
Unfortunately, I have to be out of the office that day with childcare issues.
I'd agree that she could just bring the child here and.
I mean, she would love it, but I would have to get special permission from the court.
Well, I don't want to go all the way into January. If you're only available on Wednesdays, it makes it very difficult to do anything.
If I promise the 3rd will be quick and easy.
It won't be.
Okay.
Now, let's tell you what's on there. Sylvester Moore, drinking, driving, Caleb Evink, another drinking, driving,
Owens and Wilson,
Owens and Wilson.
but those are all mine.
But
They're all mine, they'll all be easy.
yeah, but I'm tired of not having lunch. I'm tired of having my sentences go till 1:45. So I guess we can try it. I'd rather do that than push it all the way out into January, but not having you available on Mondays is very cumbersome.
I understand, we're working on that.
That leaves only every other Wednesday. All right, we'll have a busy day with no lunch on December 3rd. At 11 o'clock. We'll set it for 10:45, same as the other one. Maybe get a little bit of a head start. Now, I think I ran out of carbon notices. I have one left. Laura, could you get me some more of those? In real courts, they actually have a clerk give you the notice.